bun sitting around here is basic stage makeup. Some of our older girls have modifications and changes that they have to do. This is all you have to do. You do it once and that's all. They don't have to change their makeup, okay? They should, however, bring a touch-up kit, which I talk about that on the next page where I list the different products. We've got a checklist here. Send them with a touch-up kit that has like their blush and maybe eyeshadow and stuff in it, in case they, have an accident and start crying and they rub it all off, whatever. We will have people there that can do touch-ups, but we will not have people there that can actually do their full makeup. We just don't have the volunteer time or enough people to do it. So they have to come already made up. And this is what they have to look like. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about hair. Can you flip around, Miss Allison? They can see it back. Miss Allison, you may notice, is wearing a hairnet. We strongly, strongly recommend a hairnet. However, I'm going to take your hair down. If I'm pulling. You'll notice that Miss Allison's bun, and I'm sure this is because Mom, kind of threw it up today, and Allison doesn't have a whole lot of hair. She has thick hair, but she doesn't have a whole lot of hair. So she doesn't have a whole lot to make a bun with. Okay? But as I was explaining to the earlier class, okay, most people will flip the hair, stick the pins in, and then stick the hairnet on, okay? If you want to get a nice, flat, proper bun, you put the hair in the ponytail, you put the hairnet on, then you put the pins in it, okay? And a bun is not supposed to be a big knot. It's supposed to be as flat as possible to the head. You're supposed to make it so that you don't see it, if possible. All right. So what you do, hers is going to be easy because she has thick curly hair. When I did Azalea earlier, hers is actually harder, but you can see better, what you need to do. What you do is you take the hair and you wrap it around and sort of press it down on the head as much as you can. Put the hairnet on. Again, hers is easy. Put your hairnet on. And you twist it back and forth like this, okay? Because it's going to be way too big for just one little bun. So of course it's designed to actually go over an entire head, okay? And you flatten that bun out as much as you can. And I don't use bobby pins because if you look at a bobby pin, you'll notice its natural state is closed, okay? When you stuff stuff in it, it pries open, but it's going to tend to want to slide back out. Okay? If you use a hairpin, hairpins are made to be open, right? That's their natural state, like that. So you can put stuff in them and they're not going to slide back off. So what you do is you take this bun and you grab the edges like this and you go into the scalp like that and straight into the ponytail over like that. And you do that all the way around, and what you get is a nice, flat, secure bun. About 8 pins will do it. Okay? That's how you do a proper performance bun. And it should be located about where hers is, right on that crown of the head right there. Not too low, not on top of their head.
Not up on top.
Not on top of their head. Now, for levels 1 and 2, they are allowed to have bangs. Anything higher than that, it all has to be pulled back. Miss Allison's level 3, she has to have all her hair back.
Did you get those hairpins at Walmart?
Yes. Everything I have here I got at Walmart. Walmart, Rite Aid, any of them carry this stuff. So, for Miss Allison, I bet you have to use a lot of gel, don't you? Yeah, because you can't have these frizzies when you're on stage. So, I have 2 different kinds here. This is a good, solid gel. This is Redken number 16. This is what you call concrete gel, and it is. It hardens, and it's not going anywhere, but it works. And like for somebody like Allison, she might actually have to have something like that to keep, because she has such naturally curly hair, to keep it flat and frizzy. And for little ones who have very fine hair that's going to fall down or has very short hair, this is what it takes, especially in the back here, where you tend to have pieces that just fall out. And again, back here, I would not recommend bobby pins. I would actually get the little snap clips that match the color of their hair, the type that actually like that, and put about 4 of them crisscross right here to keep those little short pieces this up. And the other thing that people have asked about is, what if your kid doesn't have any hair? And that is the case for some of them. What I did for one girl last year is basically we pulled everything back we could right here, and then I bought one of those little, it's fake hair is what it is. It comes on a little rubber band and it's like twirls around it, and put it over that little nub, put the hairnet on it, and pinned it down just like it was her real hair. Okay, so if you don't have hair, that's how you make hair, okay, and make a bun. All right? Okay, Miss Allison, flip you around. Okay, now let's talk about